Hi Sumit, Niranjan, Pragya Tiwari. Okay, good evening, good evening. Hi Sudhanshu. Okay, fine. ठीक, I think most of you are saying yes, so that's okay. Okay, then welcome all of you. For those not initiated, my name is Shabir and I'll be taking your essay sessions. Essay sessions, it's like a module that we have and it is primarily for this year's mains. It's a proper session with tests, discussions. But before I enter that, I wanted you to know about what you can do to prepare. And you still have about 10 odd days to go. Okay. Hi Yuvraj. Okay. Hi Aditya. Good evening. Okay. So there is some approach that you should have so that you can accordingly modify your preparation. Okay. Yes. Yes. Fine. Okay. Now see. If you have seen the marks of this year, okay, I think essay has been a very important decisive factor. In the last 5-6 years, if I compare the marks, I think this year the average marks have been low. A lot of students have scored in the range of 95 to 110. Okay, even some of the toppers also. But there are students who have crossed also 135 and 135 plus. In fact, two of them I know, 140, 142 types, we have marks also. So I think this is actually a type of a debacle, because if you get 30-40 marks more here, that is a kind of a crazy lead you have over the others. And I don't think it is only because of the tough marking. Maybe marking could be a consideration, but I myself have been surprised last 2 years the kind of marks students have been getting, because I saw everybody getting above average marks, getting 125, getting 130 was not a big deal to qualify. But last year it has been tough, and I think this marking will stay. The reason why the marks are tricky is because, or the range is more because, I feel the questions and the topics have now become very, very different type of topics. They're abstract definitely, or abstractness का भी level है. एक abstract है that is really goes through the roof, can't understand. And other is of course the easier abstract ones. So I think the topics have been tougher. Okay, my analysis is topics are tougher. This is one reason, and the second reason I believe is that aspirants while writing, okay, they are not able to cater to the demands of the essays writing. I'll tell you what I mean by this. Okay, I have a small presentation on what are the common mistakes people do. Okay, so ये दो reason, एक तो topics tough हो गए हैं, and I think the topics will stay tough. If you look at the overall approach that we have in the essays and the UPSC, progressively every year the paper is getting tougher. Every year there is a deliberate attempt to get some of the best brains, to get some of the best of critical thinking skills, to get some of the best who have ability across different sectors. And the type of GS questions also are now getting analytical. Straight wale questions nahi पूछ रहे हैं, because I think the paper will remain tougher. The paper will have more and more of the type of topics where you need a lot of logical thinking. Okay, so you be prepared. So my suggestion is be prepared, okay, for tougher topics. For tougher topics. अगर आसान मिलता है, that's a luck. Okay, I think the prelims examination has opened everybody's eyes. Okay, it is a kind of toughness we have not seen last couple of years now. Tough hota tha, but this time to they eliminated all chances of all those guesswork also to some extent. Okay, it will get tougher here. Now this is my analysis here. If you look at the papers, okay, now the first challenge is the essays paper does not have any proper syllabus. Sare words I think are very vague words. It says candidates will be required to write essays on multiple topics, and they are doing that. They first gave us 4 topics, now they have 8 topics. They are expected to keep to the closely to subject of the essay, to arrange ideas in orderly fashion, to write concisely, and credit will be given for effective and exact expression. So I think language also will play some role here. In fact, I talked to about 7-8 students who have done well in essays in the range of 130, 125 plus, and all of them have a very good language. So language will matter. देखो आपका language कितना strong है नहीं है, let that not devastate you right now, but language has a important role to play. I'm not saying language where you are bombastic language, ऐसा नहीं है, but अच्छा, neat, simple language which basic grammatical errors are not there, that will be important. Okay, but the bigger issues are the other topic. This one, ये जो important है, keep closely to the subject. Okay, this is I think a very important first point. When you ask a topic, most students have a challenge in understanding what the topic means. Okay, अगर topic समझ में नहीं आया, आपने कुछ भी लिखा है, it does not matter. Okay, so this is a very important consideration, and this arrangement in an orderly fashion. So I'll tell you what mistakes students do when they're preparing for the essays. Take the syllabus, there is some insight, but it is slightly vague here. Now, I have listed the topics of last 2 years. I'll give a small analysis to you. So I have this method I follow across all what I teach. I classify the topics or questions according to levels of difficulty. Okay, where L1 I think is a straight type of topic or a bit easier one, which you can do. This one, a ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not what ship is for. इसमें ज़्यादा कुछ struggle है नहीं. I know what it means. That you must not play too safe, that you must go out and explore, you must have an eye for being curious, you must be given to a bit of adventure, go find out, go seek, don't be lazy, don't stay back, don't be scared. ये वही वाला topic है. Ship is safe in the harbor, but that is not what the ship is for. वैसे time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. When the good times are there, don't waste those times. When you have got favorable conditions, don't be complacent, work hard, take care of all your problems, your failing, so that when you have a problem, you can solve it. Okay, it's a very straight, no problem here. अब difficulty level here है. ये तो topic समझ में नहीं आएगा. Okay, poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. Okay, even if I understand, I do not know what they mean by this. They make laws, they influence laws. Okay. History is a series of victories won by the scientific man over the romantic man. ये romantic man में बहुत लोग फंस गए हैं. Okay. And people wrote about romanticism as a phase in history. This one, you cannot step twice in the same river. Okay. A smile is the chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. In my judgment, this was the toughest topic. ये topic का meaning क्या है? Okay, many of us can struggle. A smile is the chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. Okay, so this is, I say, as level 3. And level 2, of course, some of them, ये transition वाला है. Some of them can say, sir, I think this is level 3 and so on. The point is, of the 8 topics asked, only 2 are the straight ones. Rest are the tricky ones. Okay, और यही pattern you will see even in the, by the way, before that, now you see what they have done is, okay, they are giving you an option. You can take up a simple topic and write. You can take up section A से ये उठा सकते हैं वाला, and section B से उठा सकते. You can do that. But कोई guarantee नहीं है. Somebody asked this to me. Yes sir, हर section में एक आसान तो होगा. We can do it. I said, do not be sure about that. They can always trap you. They can put both the easy one on one side and all the difficult ones here, forcing you right on the difficult one. Okay, don't be sure about that. So next, look at 2022 paper. Okay, in this, level of difficulty is again shifted on this side. Okay, there are 4 topics, tricky ones, and all of them are really deep ones. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is an awareness of me. जब भी मैं me you पढ़ता हूँ, I remember Swami Nityanand. You must see his video. I am in me and me is in me and without me and whatever. ठीक है? This is a tongue twister for that matter. ये क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं? Philosophy of wantlessness is utopian, while materialism is a chimera. ये chimera will फंसेंगे आप. The real is rational and rational is real. Okay, this is a very deep philosophy here. Okay, history repeats itself first by tragedy, second as a farce. Okay, the process of self-driven discovery have been technologically outsourced. I can understand this, but I do not know what to write on this. What is research but a blind date with knowledge? The better practices to best practices. ये तो फिर भी हम कर सकते हैं. And I think ये सबसे आसान था. But then some people got troubled with the word rocks. Rocks as in violent rocks, as in disturbing, or rocks as in slow, gradual rocking, taking care. Like a hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. So it was ambiguous. I mean, I wouldn't surprise if they say कि ये भी level 2 है शायद या level 3 है शायद. Okay, and in this you had to write a difficult one. You had no choice. Okay, so now having said this, the philosophical topics is a nature. Now I feel there is a reason why UPSC is doing this. Okay, देखो जो essays हैं, the essays that you write, this is not a test of your knowledge or information base, which was happening earlier. Earlier क्या था? They would ask a topical essay. Topical essay climate change पे पूछ दिया. Topical essay disaster management पूछ दिया. Topical essay women problems and solutions पूछ दिया. That's you have a topic based on some very concrete idea. You know what to write down there. So what happens was, in that type of essays, people, because they are good in GS, वो लिख लेते थे. They know current affairs, they're good in their subjects, they know economy, they know agriculture, लिख लेंगे. So the earlier model of essays that they had, this was actually more of an information and knowledge test था. अब कह रहे हैं कि हम knowledge information check नहीं करने वाले, because 4 papers of GS has done that. 2 papers of option is doing that. So now what they want is, they want the essay should be a test of personality, and okay, the test of original thinking. Okay, this is the sole motive कि आपका हम टेस्ट करेंगे personality. Who are you? What you think? What is your logical way of analyzing something? They are testing, okay, your ability to what's called as your ability for divergent thinking. ये टॉपिक उठाकर आप कितने डायमेंशंस बना सकते हैं? Okay, can you give a structure to, okay, an ambiguous statement? Write about women problems. I can very easily develop a structure on that. Okay, who are the women who have problems? Why do they have the problems? In problems, which are the more important problems? What has been done and why they are successful or not successful? What can we do more? India's legislation, conclusion कर दो, खत्म हो गया. So in a topical essay, which is more definite, in a topical essay which is probably more defined, उसमें structuring is not a problem at all. आप आराम से बना सकते हो. A topic on climate change, you can develop something around it. But the moment the essay is an ambiguous one, or an essay is an abstract one, अब इसमें ना स्ट्रक्चर बनाना बहुत मुश्किल है. It becomes tricky. What will I say first? Then what will I say? And how to ensure that all of them are according to the topic asked. So I think it is a deliberate idea where the UPSC is testing your personality. Can you have a sense of order, organization? Do you have a sense of logic? Do you have a sense of flow in topics and ideas which are very abstract? Okay, ऐसे टॉपिक को आप कैसे छेड़ेंगे बताओ? A topic like this. Okay, philosophy of wantlessness is utopian while materialism is a chimera. You spend time क्या समझ में, क्या लिखेंगे पहले? Do I define wantlessness? Do I define utopian? What is materialism? What is chimera? And how are they linked? From where will I start? Okay, your perception of me is a reflection of you. my reflection of you is awareness of me. शुरू कहां से करेंगे बताओ ना. So when you are forced to structure these kind of topics, have a very good understanding of your logical thinking skills. क्या आप पहले ये बताते हो फिर ये बताते हो and so on. How you developing the story. So I repeat, I said there is a deliberate idea where they want to test your divergent thinking, where they are testing your structure making skills, because from these what they can know is your logical mind hai ya nahi, whether you are able to think logically. So as if you understand what is the game of the essay, if you understand what is the objective of essay, accordingly you can play your game. Because I think this is one very important point. And second, what happens is, dekho, when they are testing personality of a person, who is he, what is he, they deliberately give you an unstructured topic so that you write what you want to write down. And if you are not careful, it's every possibility that you will end up saying things which are your true nature and may not be the right thing. Now, this is a common strategy lot of interviewers do. Okay, tell me about yourself और चुप बैठ जाएंगे. आप अपने आप बोलते रहो. So first 2, 3, 4 minutes आप सोच समझ के बोलोगे, pause लेके बोलोगे, and then no, keep on speaking, keep on speaking. When that goes on, you will definitely come to a point where you start speaking your heart out. आपके मन में जो है, आप जैसे इंसान हैं, जो आपके biases हैं, what your prejudice are, whatever is your fears, your concerns, सब निकल के आ जाने वाला है. Because when I do not know what more to say and you're forcing me keep on saying, you will end up doing that mistake. So my general suggestion here is that if you have said whatever you have said, आपने बोल दिया कि इसके आगे मुझे पास कुछ है नहीं, then don't say anything more, put a stop and you finish the essay. That could be for 4 or 5 pages also, so be it. So these are some tools, and these are very proven psychological tools. That let us make him speak on what he does not know very well. Let us make him write on what he can't structure. And let us make him write and think on what he can't anticipate. Essays you cannot anticipate. Okay, अगर topic आ गया मेरे test से, I am just lucky, that's all. Not that I am a brilliant teacher. But किस्मत था, list of topics are there, अब लिखो इसमें. So you can't anticipate this. So do not, people come and ask me, so tell us important topics for this year. I cannot do that. This is not a current affairs test, no. This is not a test of your current knowledge. It's a test of your deep thinking skills. So my suggestion to all of you here is, okay, do not expect a current affairs topic. Agar aata hai, great. That's a bonus for you. Okay. Be prepared for abstract essays. Be prepared, okay, for more and more tricky topics. Be prepared for this. Fine, all of you? Okay, now let's continue here. So this is a topic analysis. Now, okay, common mistakes kya hai? What type of mistakes, okay, students do in writing? 3-4 mistakes. Number one is, students go with a very set format. Okay, I will write this, pros, cons, solutions, amend. You're going with a very set format. हर topic में set format हो नहीं सकता. Imagine this one. Imagine this topic, if I give you, okay, the process of self-discovery has now been technologically outsourced. इसका pros हो सकता है, yes, it is happening, so good because of this. इसका cons हो सकता है, yes, happening, okay, but this is not good. And what can we do? What about this one? There are better practices to best practice. इसमें क्या pros है, इसमें क्या cons है? Okay. Philosophy of what is utopian. इसमें क्या pros है, इसमें क्या con है? Real is rational and rational is real. What is the advantage? What is the disadvantage here? So ये जो format है, no matter what you ask me, and I will put in a format. Another formula is the pestle technique. Okay, you write about your economic, social, technological, legal, environmental. I think you have been taught all of that, or you heard about it. ऐसे टॉपिक में आप क्या लेके आओगे? What environmental, what legal, what social, okay, what economic, okay, a topic like this. So you can't apply a set format every time. They can have 3-4 different type of tools. You can have 4-5 different type of tools. But please do not go with a mindset कि यही formula लगा देना है. I will begin my essays only with a story. I'll begin an essay definitely with a quotation. Okay, I will write my essay in the context of innovations of today's time. These are some of the formats that we have. I discourage that. Go with an open mind. Okay, understand the topic and then be okay to play with 4-5 different formats. Okay, so one mistake that you are doing is, I said, common mistake is that you go by certain set formats. Set formats are dangerous. That's one mistake. The second mistake people do is that they have practiced topics, okay, but they have not practiced thinking on topics. ये दो अलग चीज है. Okay. What you must do is, if you ask me, maybe write 7-8 essays, लिखो, ठीक है, but spend time on thinking on 20-30 topics rather than writing entire essay. आप बैठ के उसमें ध्यान से पढ़ो कि क्या मीनिंग है, क्या डायमेंशन है, okay, what can I interpret. So rather than mechanically writing essays, okay, we want some thinking to be done. Okay, you spend time thinking about it. Achha. A third one is, lot of time is spent on collecting material. Okay, I'm making a collection of case studies, examples, quotations. Okay, I've got 3 pages on women issues. I've got 4 pages on conflicts and wars. I've got 3 pages on environment issues. People spend time collecting data, information, examples. करो ठीक है, but I'll suggest do that more from the perspective of the GS paper rather than essay. In essay, okay, in most खासकर philosophical topics में, it's almost impossible to use too much of all of this. Okay, तो आप जो सिर्फ content इकट्ठा कर रहे हो, I found on the market, somebody came to me, said this is a booklet, and the booklet had 6-7 important themes. Okay, उसमें पूरा लिखा हुआ है, किसने क्या कहा है, what are the poems, what are the quotations, examples, data, facts. Okay, you cannot use this. I said no example, आप यही topic उठा लो ना. Take up any topic you take up here. Until you know that this is a topic about women and love and care, compassion. आप कैसे यूज करोगे यहां पर? Until you know that this is about the follies of history. You can use entire world history here. Use Indian history here. ना कि अलग से बनाओ booklet where you have all data collected there. And अगर करना भी था, okay, my suggestion, you should have done this over a longer time. Not last minute cramming नहीं होना चाहिए. If you can simply spend time starting maybe today, exam तक, आप अगर 30-40 editorials ढंग से पढ़ लेते हो ना, उतना काफी है. If you read about 6-7 editorials a week, okay, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, you have done about 20 odd articles. Now, an article is the best example of an essay. 2 articles on women issues, 2-3 articles on, okay, technology, 2-3 on agriculture, 1 or 2 on conflicts, couple of them maybe on environment. आप वही पढ़ के चले जाओ आप. And read those articles thoroughly. Okay, in fact, I'll recommend, if you have not done this, you can even read editorial page mein, there is a section side mein, there are 2 parts, right, or 3 parts, whatever you have. The lower one is generally a general write-up. Okay, there are broadly 5 or 6 sections, right? This is a typical newspaper. This is a typical newspaper editorial page. Okay? You have got one article here, you have one article here. Some of them may have an article here or whatever they can have here. There is one article here, there is one article here, and you may have a third one also. I am talking about this one. This one. This invariably is not current affairs always. It's a very generic, even this one sometimes. Hindu has 2 of them. Times of India comes three of them. Okay. So these 2 articles are writings on very general themes. They have a bit of humor also. They have sometimes they have a bit of sarcasm also. They have a very nice way of writing topics on these 2 in these. तो आप इतना ही काम करना. Starting today up to the mains examination. Okay. So you have effectively maybe around 80 days. 80 days में से आपको 20-30 days ढंग से ये पेज पढ़ लेना है. Make some jottings and you will have a great diversity here. Agriculture, economy, social issues, poverty, conflicts, okay, about history, something other is there on this page. और यही आपका बनेगा, current affairs ही बन जाएगा आपका. And this will not take you more than 1 hour, and that's worth it. Or 2 hours also for 20-30 days, that's all. So my suggestion to all of you is, do not get into buying a essay material. Okay, I will make a collection of quotes and articles. इस time में वो time नहीं है. And those giving next year, आप ये करते रहो काम. Keep on doing this. All these are essentially essays. This write-up, it's itself 120-200 words. This write-up is approximately 2,000-3,000 words. यही तो examples हैं essays, that's all. So the mistake people do is, they collect too many things, but they do not dwell on what type of articles and what type of topics have been asked. Okay, that's another mistake. And the third mistake or the fourth mistake, whatever the numbering was, okay, mistake people do is that they write on some dimension that they think is interesting and don't cover everything else. You will have to keep your essays diverse and rich. You cannot write only 1 or 2 dimensions. When I'm checking, I've seen this. एक तो dimensions होता है, and they keep repeating that because maybe some bit of lack of content there. So I am starting with a premise that because all of you have done GS, all of you have covered optional discussions, you have current affairs, content is something that you should not be too much worried about. आपका challenge कुछ और होना चाहिए. Give us a topic, let us debate on the topics, develop the structure, have a mind of how to logically develop the essay, and then write maybe 2-3 essays out of 10 topics. So collection of material is something I will discourage. Fine here, all of you? So one, I tried telling you what you should be prepared about. Second, what mistakes do you do? Okay. Now let me demonstrate some things for all of you. Okay. Now, this I think is my approach. Take up a topic, spend whatever time it takes to know कि topic का meaning क्या है, what is it saying, and you must have the ability of writing the meaning in 50, 100, 200 words. बस उसका meaning क्या है बताओ मुझे, that's all. Don't explain, just rephrase it in some ways. 50 word में, 100 word में. Okay. Second, the structure thing. Develop the storyline. I'll say this, then I'll say this, then I will say this. Logically develop a storyline for your essays. And this technique I also use for essays writing for that matter. Give examples whatever you can. Examples may you can take up pestle principle. that you can do. Okay. But not all pestle points. Maybe in some topics, you may not have legal angle. In soft topics, you may not have social angle. So don't do that. Pick up 2, 3, whatever you can. And ye important hai. I want to see some interesting dimensions. See, there's difference between writing a good essay and writing an impressive essay. Impressive essay is पढ़ के यार मजा आ गया, what a new idea, what a lovely thought it was. That's an impressive essay. Like, you have to impress the examiner. आपको थोड़ी पास करना है. Okay, you have to impress means something new, something really interesting. You have to bring that. And इसका source क्या होगा? I maintain that. आप 20 दिन ढंग से पेपर पढ़ के जाना. You will have diversity from that. In fact, what I'm doing lately, I've started now, I am putting my class students into editorial reading. Okay, like this afternoon we had a session where I read two editorials with them. And from the editorial, I'm picking up language, sentence, ideas, insights. Okay, I'm picking up some of the interesting dimensions that editorial has. आप उतना ही noting कर लेना. Like, I want something interesting. Like a mental health mein, a very interesting idea was, the mental health is a consequence of, one of the consequence of why we can't address this is, that people who are sufferers, they are supposed to go and seek the solutions. When mujhe bukhar hai, I can go and tell the doctor, I'm having fever, treat me. But a person who has depression, anxiety, probably does not know he has a problem, and how can he go and ask? So ऐसे उठाना पड़ेगा and then okay, put this as an interesting dimension. So if you have read 20, 30 articles, ये काफी होता है. A range of articles, you will definitely have enough content for essays. And of course, solutions. Okay, now, in this, I will want to add one very important thing. Okay, apart from know the topic, develop storyline, have examples, give interesting dimensions, okay, and solutions, jo bhi hai. One important thing that you can do in your essay is that you can pick up an idea which is a dominant idea, like say environment is a dominant idea, or maybe peace is a dominant idea. In today's times, okay, technology is a dominant idea. In today's times, AI is a dominant idea. So what I'll do is I'll give you a list of such 6, 7 dominant ideas and check for yourself if any one of them has some discussions possible in your essay. और उसको आपने बढ़ा देना है. Okay, so example, say this topic. Philosophy of wantlessness is utopian, while materialism is a chimera. This topic basically means that being selfless, no desire, having no ambitions is utopian. It is almost like an impossible perfection. While materialism, wanting too much of acquisition, material, is a chimera, is a dream which can't be achieved. It's an illusion, brother. It's an illusion. Okay. So it's a essay that says that ekdam renouncing the world, okay, ekdam leaving all wants, greed, everything, it's utopian. It is too fantastic. While only craving for material is an illusion. So isme one dominant theme I can take up is development versus environment. And that theme I can develop for 2 pages. Hardcore only development will mean this one. Hardcore only environment will mean this one. Similarly, say I take a dominant theme called as work life. Only work. Okay, the typical extreme karma yogi, you are this. Okay, you are more into acquisition and life. Okay, philosophy and all of become extreme this one. So that balance is what we require. Take a one theme of this kind and develop that into 2.5 page with different examples. हर जगह possible. The real is rational. The rational is real. Okay, you can talk about this. One important theme you can pick up is the virtual space. What might look virtual, there are elements to it which is real. Things that we can't argue, debate, it exists, that's also real. So, अगर टॉपिक समझ में आ गया, जैसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया, आपको टॉपिक समझना पड़ेगा. Then take up one dominant theme and see if you can develop a substantial part around that particular theme. Is what I call as an anchoring theme. Any discussions ना एक anchoring होना चाहिए. Find an anchoring theme. Yes, it's possible. In some essays, you can have two anchoring things possible. Then you are lucky then. Then essay really gets a bit more diverse. Yes, you can have anchoring theme, correct? You can have two of them for that matter. So, when you are taking up a topic, आप अपने आप को क्या-क्या पूछेंगे? Number one, do I understand the topic? Now that I understand the topic, can I develop a storyline? Now that I have a storyline, okay, can I have an anchoring theme or not? Okay, इसके अलावा एक और काम करेंगे आप लोग, is analysis of that topic. Analysis का मतलब होता है give reasons and give deep reasons. Say, if this is right, why? If this is right, why? If this I will write, why? The why part is analysis, giving reasons. So take up a topic, think on the anchoring theme, take up a topic, give me a list of reasons as analysis, take up a topic, give me a structure to how to flow from one idea to another. इतना कर लेंगे, your essay should be manageable. In fact, my suggestion to you will be, is a good learning one. Try reading one article a day if you can, newspaper article. And in the newspaper article, आप ये काम करो कि this article का flow क्या है? Idea 1, then idea 2, then idea 3. Every article will have a flow. Identify that flow. That's your learning. Second work you do is find कि article का anchoring theme क्या है? What is it trying to tell us in terms of the key theme? पूरा article उसी के around होगा invariably. Third thing, see how it analyzes something. 1, 2, 3, reason 1, reason 2, reason 3, ऐसे करो आप. If you have done that, people ask me, sir, give us model essays. Your newspaper articles are your model essays. इसके beyond आपको नहीं चाहिए. आप पहले वाले देख लो, क्या दिक्कत है? You have a list of 8 important themes. 8 or 10 important themes हैं. एक एग्रीकल्चर थीम है, एक एनवायरमेंट थीम है. Okay, one theme is conflicts as a theme. One theme is social issues and harmony and pluralism as a theme. We have development, economic development as a theme. We have security as a theme. ऐसे 10 लिस्टिंग बन जाएंगे आपके. Women as a theme. For each theme, try reading 1 or 2 good articles. And if you go and search in the last 1 month में, आपको सब में मिल जाएगा. And your work is, for every article that you are reading, you do these 5 things. Okay. One is, storyline क्या है उसका, वो identify करो. Second is, find out what is the anchoring theme. Find out how is that essay or write-up analyzing and giving reasons in whatever it is telling us. And fifth is, what are some of the interesting insights? कि ये पढ़ के मजा आ गया यार, this is a brilliant idea. Oh, this is something I never thought about. Oh yes, this is exciting. You realize हर आर्टिकल में ऐसे 2-3 पॉइंट्स होते हैं. You master this, your essay is done. So अभी तक the problem was up till now when you are studying essays, okay, or articles, you were studying articles from the perspective of mining content. Okay, data निकाल लिया, facts निकाल लिया, names निकाल लिया. You never paid attention to how that article has been written. And then you are groping कि हमें कोई मॉडल ऐसे दे दो. Okay, so your articles reading, the newspaper articles जो हैं, treat them as essays. यही essays हैं आपके. These essays, traditionally you have been reading for information. Okay, I'll say do this, ठीक है, but now you start reading from the point of appreciating how it has been written. आप ये इस डायमेंशन से आप स्टडी करें. Is it okay all of you here? Allow me to give an example on this. Just a minute. Example देते हैं आपको. I'll teach you this. I have taken an article from Times of India and tell me if this can be a topic or not. Can you all see this article? This is an article I've taken from Times of India. It's a column called a speaking tree. ठीक है? All of you can see this article, all of you? Online students, can you see this article? The topic is why not turn false ego into positive ego? Can this be a topic in the essays for the examination? Yeah? यही बन जाएगा आपका topic. Why not turn false ego into positive ego? ठीक है? अच्छा, now one technique students ask is, sir, can we start with a story? I said, yes, you can start with story. And then the story writing typically is, there was a girl, her name was this, or Ramesh was doing this. ये बनता है story. ठीक है? And I've seen invariably the stories are very poorly written. Look at this essay. Okay? ये essay ही है. Look how the story has been written. Okay? The first paragraph. Why is that teacher saying V equal to U plus 80? Asked a young girl to her mother. She had come to take admission to this very school when they happened to pass by a science class of senior students. She continued, Mama, but V is for van, U is for umbrella, A for apple and T for tomato. How is a van equal to umbrella plus apple and tomato? Story बनाई वाला? The mother could not answer. Okay, but when her daughter persisted, she said, this is for senior students. Child could not be cajoled. Later, mother explained to her, you have to pass a first class and then second class, whatever. The child was not satisfied. However, when she saw her mother's stern face, okay, she kept quiet. Okay, why was the child not satisfied? That's because neither was allowed, whatever. So, यहाँ तक ये story रहा ना आपका. So, if you read 4 or 5 articles of this kind, you know how to write a story. Not simply there was a girl and she was doing this, not necessarily. It's a very interesting way of writing a story here. Okay, now look at this. Okay, now the essay is being built up. Okay, you'll find the essay is somewhere here. Okay, this is the key theme of the essay. Ego is something that makes us selfish, something that makes us to want to win by all means, irrespective of the havoc that our own win might create. We've often been told, remove this ego, become egoless. But how to remove this ego? As per our scriptures, we cannot remove the ego because it's a part of the subtle body. It consists of 3 elements. This is the fundamental theme of the essay. कि ego is the problem and you can't remove ego, then what can you do? So you have to turn the false ego into a positive ego. Her write-up, you take up any write-up. This afternoon I was doing some work with one article on mental health and suicide rates in colleges, and one more article I was working on was on the trade policy of India. Okay, both of them had a central theme. Both of them have a story. Both had some reasons why they think so. वही प्रिंसिपल आपको अप्लाई करना है. Can all of you here? Okay. Now let's move on then, if you understand this. Okay. So I have explained the common mistakes. Okay. I'm taking up one or two topics right now just to demonstrate what I am trying to tell you. So all of you write this topic down. Valor that struggles is better than weakness that endures. Valor that struggles is better than weakness that endures. Valor, bravery. ये क्या problem है? You have to have good command there. Valor means bravery. ठीक है? How do you start with the essay? So आपको पहले टॉपिक समझना होगा, and समझने के लिए there is no trick as in trick, but you have to expose yourself to as many as possible. Debate with maybe some friends of yours, debate with maybe some teacher who can spend time with you, whatever. So you need some discussions to know a topic. Ganesh, previous year's questions मैंने YouTube में कर रखा है. You go back and check the YouTube of last year. I've discussed all the tricky topics of last year. So it will not help you much. I would rather do a new one from fresh. Okay, now see. If I am in your place, I will ask some questions to myself, so that the topic is clear to me. Like one question I'll ask is, this is an idea that has two parts. One is the idea is trying to promote something, and the idea is trying to challenge something also. If I ask you, tell me, what is the idea challenging? What is the idea challenging? Enduring? No, challenging मतलब against जा रहा है. एक idea is valor that struggle is better than weakness that endures. एक idea है ना कि ये बोला जा रहा है against an idea. वो against idea क्या है? See, if I'm answering this, okay, one of the very important virtues taught to us has been be patient. Okay, learn to tolerate things. Okay, try to accept things. Don't get agitated. ये सिखा गया हम लोगों को. Don't get agitated. Life में slow down बहुत important है. Okay, take your time to do things. Okay, have calmness. ये idea है. ये ठीक उल्टा बोल रहा है. ये बोल रहा है, it is worthy to struggle rather than endure too much. Okay, valor that struggles is better than weakness that endures. Okay, यहाँ पर weakness will be that you have some gaps, that you have some inadequacies. Okay, एक हम सिखाया जाता है ना, be okay with your faults. Okay, man is a cracked pot. There is beauty in imperfections. Accept imperfections. ये उल्टा बोल रहा है. A weakness that endures, that weakness that stays, a weakness that does not change, that is not good. It's better that I am a man who is struggling. Okay. It is better to be struggling, fighting. Okay. It is better to be trying rather than having some flaws that don't change and keep it like that. So what this topic means? The topic means, okay, that even if we fail, it is better that we keep on trying. Okay, even if we don't succeed, okay, the quality that we keep trying, we keep struggling, that is better than, okay, that you go quiet, you probably, okay, become, better you become resigned with whatever gaps you have. That is the central theme of the topic. So I have understood the topic now. ठीक है? अच्छा. Second step, I have developed an organization. Structure, मैं कैसे बनाऊंगा? Structure, okay, will come a bit later. First, you must develop and open the topic. Yes, correct, Yuvraj, correct. Yes, Sonali, keep trying is the idea. Yes. Okay, quitting without struggle is not a good thing. Fine, you got it. So, पहले आप topic समझ लो. Second, before you develop a structure जब आएगा ना, when all the components are made. The next step I'll suggest is, give me the reasons why. इसका दो part है. Valor that struggle is better, why? And weakness that endures is not good, why? Okay, give me 4 points on this, give me 4 points on this. Or give me 3 points here and 3 points here. Valor that struggle is good because, I'm thinking, why? Because number one, okay, man will keep trying in efforts, he will find solutions maybe. Okay, so valor in struggle, okay, is one step towards finding solution to problems. Second, if you're struggling, okay, even if you don't find solutions, you'll keep improving. So life का एक मकसद है to keep improving, to keep growing, to keep getting better. So valor in struggling will make you a better person. Third, if I'm struggling, if I'm trying, okay, I will never be a proud man, because I'll see failures, no? I'll see failures, I will meet challenges, okay, I might win, I might lose, but I will always be grounded person. So it's nice to keep struggling. I mean, this is what even Gautam Buddha said, life is struggle, keep struggling. Okay, this is what all great men say, that humility lies in trying and failing. Oh, so I'll find solutions, I will become better, and I will also be a humble and a grounded person. Okay. Weakness that endures not good. Why? Because if weakness keeps enduring, sometimes the same weakness can become very large and very big, unimaginable, and will collapse. So some problems must be solved, otherwise the weakness can become unimaginable. So not good. Why? Because I have to nip the problem in the bud. Weakness endures not good. Why? Because, second reason, not good because if I don't solve the weaknesses, it's possible that I will become a resigned man. A resigned man with no hope. A resigned man, maybe I'll be anxious, depressed. I will lose self-esteem. Okay, and probably I will not be able to survive with dignity. So, weak endures will compromise my dignity. Does it matter what I'm doing here? So, I am picking up parts and telling why. Why this is good, why this is not good. Why this is, okay, better, why this is not good. So, I know the topic, I know the reasons. Okay. The next step will be, now that I know the reasons, okay, can I give examples for each? Okay, so valor that struggles find solutions. No examples for this? Oh yes, I read about, Babar maybe, that ant kept climbing on the wall, okay, and it succeeded finally without giving up. Oh yes, I have an example in history. I hope you remember, I don't know if you have read that or not. Or maybe think about the challenges sportsmen face. Year after year, they keep on trying, and then they succeed. These are examples. Take up any sportsman you want to take up. If I keep on trying, I find solutions ban gaya. If I keep on trying, I become a better person. Abraham Lincoln, Gandhiji itself. Gandhiji, dekha jaye, has failed in all his attempts. His Khilafat movement failed. His non-cooperation movement failed. His round table conferences failed. Okay, his civil disobedience movement failed. But every time, okay, the situation only moved towards something better, and he became a better person. So yes, struggle mein you become a better person. Take all of you? Yes. Yes, absolutely. आपको हर चीज एग्जाम्पल दे देना है. Yes, yes, absolutely correct. Yes, think of weak endures. Very nice, Avinash. Okay. From health angle, think of cancer patients. Okay, they must die, they will die, all will die. But does not mean they must suffer quietly. Have zest for life. It's painful, but get treated. It's painful, but have medications. Okay. Nobody's life is easy, right? So why should you endure a weakness and live with it? Yes, very nice. Is it okay all of you? So आपको जितना भी आपके पास 4-5 reasons है, हर reason का एक example ढूंढने की कोशिश करो. अच्छा, now tell me ये पूरे write-up का what is the central anchor क्या है हमारा? Anchor is keep trying, correct? Keep trying is our anchor theme. Now keep trying पे write down probably 2 pages with 1 or 2 very good examples. If I was writing, I will say climate change effort is keep trying. Poverty removal is keep trying. Removing corruption is keep trying. Why should we accept corruption exists? Why should I give up? The earth has crossed a tipping point and we will die. Why? Why will I accept that some people are destined to become a poor person and he will die? Why? The struggle, example, if I go, think of Nazi camps. People have spent, 7, 8, 10 years in the camps. They kept on struggling, fighting. Otherwise, they could have committed suicide simply, There's a very famous book, Viktor Frankl's, Meaning of Life. It tells us about the hope to keep on trying, the hope to keep expecting the best. Why should we adjust and live with the weakness? Okay? One anchoring theme. Think of fighting for dignity. Think of Ukraine. You can give an example of that also. Think of somebody fighting to get out of the caste stigmas. Keep fighting on that. So you have the meaning of the topic. You have the reasons analysis with you. You have an anchoring theme. Mana aapka hai? Achha, now that I know this topic, can I talk about what is the way forward? Okay, I accept the idea that we must struggle in life. We must not give up in life. But what is the way forward? कि आगे क्या करें? आगे क्या करें? भाई ये क्वालिटी को ना बच्चों को सिखाना चाहिए. School education में we must have a culture of we teach children how to struggle, how to work, how to be persistent, how to have perseverance and not give up. Accepting flaws and living with it is not a good idea. So education में, governance में, why should we be happy with the fact that villages and agriculture will always be a bad and less developed sector? So a way forward is let's use this to solve our problems of agriculture backwardness. The way forward. Governance में, corruption issues में, and you are done. ऐसे का broad ideas हो गया. Now structure this. What does the topic mean? Why statement 1 is correct? Why statement 2 is correct? Justify statement 1 and statement 2. Use the ideas of this to solve a major problem of the world and the way forward. Your essay is done. Fine, all of you? An interesting dimension, अगर मैं सोचूंगा, I'll say, dimension interesting कैसे बनाए? I think of this. Now in the dimension, I'll say, I think this is a virtue that is best reflected in maybe women. Okay, one of the species, there is a history of struggles. I think this is a very nice anchoring theme. Okay, उसमें मैं develop कर दिया 2 page. Do you think of what can be interesting in this? What insight can you give? So one insight I can give is, whether the struggle is better than we can endure, so okay. But interesting part is that in the struggle that we have, we need to develop our skills also. It cannot be mindless struggle. Okay. I need to develop my capacity. So capacity building, skill building. Like I need to have a very, very objective feedback type of mind. I'll take feedback and improve. So struggle is good, but insight is struggle that is smart. Struggle based on some learning. ये मैंने एक आइडिया डाल दिया. Develop करो interesting उसमें. I hope you got the point here. Now see, there is no formula in this. What I'm saying is, you have to think in a certain way. And this way can vary from topic to topic. But the structure मेरे मन में बन रहा है. I'll explain what the topic is. Why statement 1 correct? Why statement 2 correct? Give examples. I'll take up a central theme. Then I'll talk about interesting dimension 1. About women, I'll bring in 1. I'll bring in about solutions. That is based on feedback. And then the way forward. That's six sections. My essay is done. You got it, all of you here? Anybody else? Yes? Amol, Mission Karma Yogi, correct? Right? Yes.
We can counter this statement against over like supporting like weakness that the end is also good at some time.
Can you challenge the topic? Okay. The topic that you get is one statement, which is the summary of whatever you are writing. It's like a nameplate. If a nameplate says Edukemy, this has to be Edukemy classroom, no? So until you have a question mark here, asking you, do you agree or not? If I have a question mark, then I can say, okay, I agree, I don't agree. But question mark nahi hai, this is a statement. You have got no choice but to write like this. You can add one paragraph that there are criticisms where there are examples. Weakness enduring is also good. However, okay, move on towards the next line. So don't challenge a topic just because you think you can challenge it. No, don't do that, Vinny. वो हम समझा रहे थे. Okay, don't argue about that some struggle is bad. Don't do that. Okay, don't go against the topic. Fine. That's one topic for discussion. I'll show you one more topic. The strongest of all warriors are these two, time and patience. ऐसे अगर आपने डिस्कस कर लिया ना 20-30 टॉपिक, okay, your mind will open up. Then you will know how to deal with it eventually. Yes, Sudhanshu, that's the whole idea. Okay, my objective is I'll be discussing essays writing through topics. You'll have about 10 sessions, and my plan is 1 to 2 topics every session, plus the essays test that you have. You must go ready with almost 30 topics. Okay, let's start off this one. the strongest of all warriors are these two, time and patience. I think समझ में आ रहा, no problem here. Time and patience. If you are, not impatient, if you are not restless, okay, that if you have that type of stability, okay, that is the best way, okay, to solve problems. Okay, this is what the topic means. Now I'll ask from again the same formula. Okay, tell me, what is this topic challenging? You can't use the same formula every time, but यहाँ पे कर सकते हो आप. What is this topic challenging?
Yeah, we give only time and patience. They told strongest. Strongest means nothing above the time and patience.
Correct.
So only
So what have you been otherwise taught?
move on to other things.
Move on to other things. Okay. What else? You just saw the previous topic, no? It says struggle is better. When I use the word warrior, मन में warrior कैसा होता है? Strong, powerful, okay, angry, aggressive, who takes initiative, who strikes first, isn't it? The typical image of a warrior is somebody who is relentlessly working, aggression, with power, with lot of might, maybe anger, okay, killing people, right? So the conventional mindset of a warrior is that, और यहां पर warrior is what? Something that finds solution, something that gives you victory, something that takes you ahead in life, something that gives you advantage. So traditional mindset is, or maybe one way of thinking is, what succeeds is aggression. What succeeds is taking initiative, okay, faster than others. What succeeds is maybe power and build and, okay, strength. Topic says no. What succeeds is time and patience. What succeeds is being calm and quiet. What succeeds is maybe enduring. ठीक उल्टा लिखा रहा है टॉपिक 1 का जो मैंने डिस्कस किया अभी. Have clarity about the topic now, what the topic means? Just writing this much, this becomes introduction. That when we talk about solutions, way forward, when we are discussing what can be, okay, the possible remedies in particular issues which are challenging, the immediate image that we have in mind is the image of relentless struggle, aggression, finding quick solutions. Okay, the solutions that we refer to are those which are powerful. Okay. However, it's also realized that many of the times what succeeds is not power and brawn and might. What succeeds is patience, quiet and stability, calmness. ये समझा दो, आपका एक पेज का इंट्रोडक्शन बन गया. Is it okay, all of you here? So what does the topic mean? Second, why strongest is time and patience, and why power and might and aggression are not the strongest? दो पार्ट बन गया आपका. Give me 5 reasons, give me 3 reasons now each. Why is power, might, why is, okay, that physical strength not a good solution? Number one, it's possible that we take impulsive decisions which can actually go wrong. It's possible that in being fast, we can do mistakes we can't rectify. It's possible that, okay, sometimes the problems that need solutions are actually small changes and not a drastic, dramatic change. I need water. Rather than making a big dam, I can do rainwater harvesting. If I'm patient with the rains, my seasons, live with the nature, it's better than that dramatic, aggressive changes like changing ecosystems. मैंने आपका आंसर पॉइंट है, 3 points why strength not good. Why time patience is good? Why? First point, because when if I have patient and I spend time, I will understand the problem better. If I understand the problem better, I can develop the skills required better. I can probably address the fundamental issues better. If I am quiet, patient, I can also gather resources better. Okay, and if I am patient and if I am taking time, I will find long-term enduring solutions. Okay, 3 points and 3 points here. Amol, that's a debatable one. The fact is, all these topics essentially are wisdom topics. And wisdom topics, negative thought हो ही नहीं सकता. You show me one negative thought वाला topic दिखा दो मुझे आप. All the topics, abstract topics are philosophies that they are talking about some wisdom. Amol is asking me, sir, what if the negative idea and how can you write that? नहीं हो सकता. All philosophical topics are wisdoms. They are deep, profound truths. Okay, so it's impossible. It's a negative idea that you must defend. Fine, all of you? Okay, so you have the topic's meaning, you have the reasons on both sides. Next, I said, find an anchoring theme. Okay, इसमें anchoring theme क्या बनेगा? Anything. You can look at a problem called as poverty elevation, conflict resolution to solve a say war. Solution has to be quiet, diplomacy, patience. Example is, okay, we may disagree, but everything of war में गई नहीं है with some of our neighbors. That's better than going and fighting out like the way we are having in Europe maybe. लिखो उस पे पूरा एक anchoring theme. Okay, the time and patience are the best warriors. You can take it towards an anchoring theme like relationships. In solving relationship crisis, distrust, loyalty issues, families mein, it's always nice to be time and having time and patience. You pick up one important anchoring theme and develop that around. Or say ecosystem restoration. You cannot do aggressively. Okay, यहाँ मर गया और डाल दिया. No, it has to be slow, gradual, habitat construction, gradual replenishment. You can't solve it. Pick up any one important theme and develop around that. Yes. Now think of an interesting dimension. कि इसमें क्या लिखने so very, very interesting. I can say an interesting dimension could be solving today's problems around technology and maybe AI. Okay, AI is very fast changing. AI is rapidly morphing. So to deal with problems of AI, you have to be very patient, calm, democratic approach, consensus approach. We can't keep on banning companies, okay, having laws against companies. No, technology solutions require some patience. We have to be agile in a different way. Develop that into a proper, interesting idea. Fine, all of you here? Okay. You probably can bring a dimension that if I look at the major global problems of the world, it has been because we did not do this. Pick up any problem that you have. Okay. Whether you talk about wars, you talk about terrorism, you talk about drug menace. Okay. What has always failed is when we have become too aggressive in things. Slow, quiet. Our freedom took us almost 100 years. A slow, gradual process of learning, challenging, rectifying, challenging. Non-violence was one of our weapons. Okay. That's interesting linkage and develop that into a small story. Fine here. So what does the topic mean? The two parts. Okay. The reasons analysis, an anchoring theme, one or two interesting dimensions. Now my suggestion to all of you is, ये जो मैंने आपको लिस्ट दिया था ना, Sorry. I think I misplayed. I gave a list now of those themes. Like I said, environment, remember? I said environment theme, there is poverty theme, there is women theme, okay, there are themes around conflicts, okay, there's a theme around, okay, poverty, okay. You can pick up any one of these one or two themes, they can become a central theme and they can become interesting dimension. So use current affairs using these themes. Fine, all of you? What is the way forward? Way forward ka, I recommend two smart ways of ending. Way forward is talk about governance and talk about education. हर जगह ये लागू हो जाएगा. Governance based solutions, laws, reforms, okay, and education based solutions. School में, society में, in families, attitude development, okay, collaborative, constructive engagements, हर जगह ये लागू हो जाएगा. Fine, all of you? You have a structure also now. What topic means? The two statements. Okay, what are the reasons? With example, one central theme, one important or two important interesting ideas, move towards solutions. So ऐसे ना, there are 2-3 different formats. ये एक format बताया आपको मैंने. If you know those formats, okay, you can apply them across topics. All good here? Okay. So, this topic is done. Now, telling you about what our plan is. This is the approach we will have. Okay, where you have writing, you will get some model essays, not all of them. You'll get some model essays from our sides. We'll teach you formats on this. And the idea is finish off the entire essays in 10 classes plus some tests. So we have planned 4 tests, and the classes we have kept twice a week, Thursdays and Fridays. All the class at 8:30 to 10:30. Okay, so twice a week, practice writing, and okay, this is the dates of the test. Test 1, test 2. These 2 tests will be full length tests, which is 8 topics ka hoga. These 2 will have a 4 topics test. So think of we have about 20 topic discussions in the class, okay, plus 16 topics here and plus 8 topics here. So I think that's a good range to cover. Isse zyada I don't think you can manage it. And I want to finish this off, okay, by 18th or 19th of August. Starting from June 22nd, okay, to finish that off by mid-August. Okay, so that's the program with us. So tell me, you have any questions? Yes, Abhishek, you can do that. You can do that. You take only the tests, then you have access to those 8 or that's your choice. The mistake students do is this: they do not spend enough time discussing what the topic means and how to open up the topic. आपको वो ज़्यादा चाहिए, and yes, you must write down 7, 8, 10 essays. That's good enough. In totality, if you write about 6, 7 topics, Binyamin, the same technique. You can start from now. Whenever you do the essays, यही approach रहेगा. Rajendra, you can call up the center. They'll explain all of that to you. Any clarifications you want from my side? Yes, Avinash, you can do that. Yes. There are many ways of studying an essay. Yes.
So they asked to write 15 pages for the essay.
No. 15 पेज कौन लिखता है यार? You're talking about 1300-1400 words, no? You cannot cross 900,000 word on the higher side. पढ़ने वाला भी बोर हो जाएगा. ठीक है? 8, 9, 10 pages. Try not crossing 1,000 words. Nobody has patience to read 1,000 words. हाँ, इतना अच्छा हायर ज्ञान है तो अलग बात है. Most of us are regular people, regular content. Okay, so I don't expect you to write that much. 900, 800, 1000 word, because you must write 2 essays. Understand this. 2 essays with thinking. 3 घंटे में your effective writing time is less than 2 hours.
Is it possible while writing essay, दोनों essay का information कभी clash हो जाता है? Clash हो जाता है?
You have to take up the topics independently. And if that essay demands an opposite idea, so be it, no problem. अभी बताया ना आपको, I gave you 2 topics. One topic says valor and struggle is good. Other says no, time and patience is good. So you can have some opposite idea, doesn't matter. You treat it with the topic that you have. No, Abhishek, this is another mistake. Most people want to fill pages. Okay, don't do that. Write less, but write good, nice, deep ideas. Good, nice, okay, relevant thinking concepts. Don't fill up pages. जो नहीं है उसको काट देना. But don't fill up pages, please. Vineet, you can come down and talk to me sometime, second half. Ranjit, okay, we'll discuss all of that. Okay, anecdote is like a story. I gave an example of that. Anything else, offline students? Any doubts? Okay, that's about it. Okay. This structure is the flow. This structure is the flow. What is it? The first 3 points, the next 3 points, with reasons, one central theme, is the flow. Many people get trapped in paragraph 1, paragraph 2. So how do we link this? These things are not always seamlessly linked. Sometimes this can be idea 1, this can be idea 2, very different. A simple word like, okay, and another issue to be discussed is, शुरू कर दो. इसमें don't waste too much of time. This is, I don't know who began this technique of discussion. Okay, paragraph means they can be 2 different ideas. Don't kill yourself on that. The other nuances will take up when I'm teaching. Don't worry. 10 classes may I'll cover all of these points. Anything else here? Online, anything else? Fine then. Thank you for being patient. Okay, my wishes to all of you, those who have cleared your prelims, don't waste time, prepare well, and who haven't cleared, you should still study like you are giving your mains. Otherwise, okay, this negative thinking, too much of over-analysis will get to you. Many of you were almost qualifying. Or nahi karna qualifying can be very emotionally damaging. Keep yourself busy. Busy is keep working. Okay, this is part of your process of struggle. अभी पढ़ लिया ना, time patience दिखा दिया आपको मैंने. It's nice to be struggling then to endure with your weakness. तो करो struggle, okay, and patiently and quietly. Let's see. Okay, all the best. I will start off on the 22nd. I expect to see most of you then. No, only one batch. Morning ka batch hi hai, 8:30 onwards. Bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, my wishes.
है